Hello, book lovers, and welcome back to Ace Book Talk. Today, we're diving into a powerful little gem of a story that packs a serious punch. The Story of an Hour by Kate Chopin. Kate Chopin was an American author born in 1850. She's best known for her short stories and novels set in Louisiana. She explored themes of female identity, societal constraints, and personal freedom. Chopin's work was quite controversial in her time, challenging the conventional expectations of women in the late 19th century. For many years her work was disregarded, but it has seen a renaissance in recent decades, especially as a key work of early feminist literature. The Story of an Hour centers around Lois Mallard, a woman with a heart condition who receives news of her husband Brentley's supposed death in a railroad accident. Her sister Josephine and Brentley's friend Richards carefully break the news to her, fearing the shock could be detrimental to her health. Louise retreats to her room to grieve, and at first she does weep with immense sadness. But as she sits alone, gazing out the window, a strange and unexpected feeling begins to creep into her consciousness. She notices the vibrant life outside, the sounds of the street, the smells of the spring air, all symbols of a world continuing, vibrant, and beyond her control. As she sits, the story explores her changing emotions. Initially grief-stricken, Lois slowly begins to realize that with her husband gone, she now free. Free from the constraints of marriage, free from the expectations and obligations that have defined her life. This isn't to say that she didn't love her husband, but rather that she recognizes the inherent limitations placed upon woman in that era. The story delicately explores the idea that even in loving relationships, woman could feel stifled by the patriarchal expectations of the time. The word free whispers itself to her at first, then becomes a triumphant declaration within her mind. She envisions a future where she can live for herself, make her own choices, and be independent. It's a revelation that fills her with a sense of hope and excitement she has never experienced before. She feels alive, empowered, and ready to embrace this newfound liberty. She even begins to perceive her previous feelings of love as oppressive chains, now discarded. Downstairs, Josephine, worried about Louise's well-being, begs her to open the door. Louise, now invigorated by her newfound freedom, emerges from the room, radiating strength and determination. She is no longer the fragile woman who retreated to grieve. She is transformed, ready to face the world on her own terms. As Louise and Josephine descend the stairs, the unthinkable happens. Brentley Mallard walks through the front door, unharmed and completely unaware of the railroad accident or the report of his death. Through he had been delayed and nowhere near the accident at all. The shock is too much for Louis' fragile heart. The story concludes with the doctors diagnosing that Louis died of joy that kills. However, the irony is profound. It was joy that killed her, but the crushing disappointment of having her newfound freedom snatched away in an instant. The realization that she was not, in fact, free was too much for her heart to bear. The Story of an Hour is a powerful commentary on the limitations placed upon woman in the 19th century. It highlights the societal expectations that often confined women to roles as wives and mothers, suppressing their individuality and personal aspirations. The story challenges the conventional notions of marriage and female happiness, suggesting that true freedom and fulfillment may lie outside the confines of traditional relationships. One of the key takeaways from this story is the importance of self-discovery and the pursuit of personal freedom. Louise's brief moment of liberation allows her to glimpse a different kind of life, one where she is in control of her own destiny. While her freedom is ultimately short-lived, the experience underscores the universal desire for autonomy and self-expression. The story reminds us to examine the expectations and constraints that may be shaping our own lives. Are we living according to our own values and desires, or are we simply conforming to societal norms? It encourages us to question the status quo and to seek out paths that lead to greater personal fulfillment. Ultimately, the story of an hour is a reminder that life is precious and fleeting, and that we should strive to live it on our own terms. It urges us to embrace our individuality, to challenge limitations, and to never give up on the pursuit of our own happiness and freedom. That's all for today's discussion of the story of an hour. I hope you found this exploration thought-provoking. What did you think about Lois's reaction? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more book recommendations. Happy reading!